everybody, so after we've sewn our center front together from one side all the way around the neckline and down the other side, now we have done our armholes after that, both of them. So the next step is for us to now lay it on a table. This is still the inside, the wrong side of the fabric, and this is the right side of the fabric. So you want to take your hand and stick your hand in here, right in here from the back. This is the back, and we want to stick our hand in between these two layers and grabbing all of that, but from the inside. So here's my hand going inside, grabbing the front, but maybe only 2 fingers or 3 fingers can go in there. That's fine. We don't need the whole hand to go in. If you can grab it with your fingers, that's good enough. Yeah. So again, sticking your hand in here, grabbing the front with your 2 or 3 fingers, and then you're bringing it out this way. Yeah. So that we can have the right side on the outside. There we go. Flattening everything, making it neat. Alright, that's one side, and now we still have the other side that we need to do. So we stick our hand again in here, but now this is for the other shoulder. Sticking your hand in here, grabbing that little bits there and bringing it through the other side. Alright, making sure that you're not pulling on the fabric too hard, guys. You don't want to loosen your seams or anything. So there we go. Now we're flattening all the seams. As you can see, this is now the right side of the fabric, but now I just got to straighten everything out. And after I've straightened everything out, I will jump on the iron and just iron them flat here. That's going to be our next step. Take your time through this process because it's going to be difficult for you to finger press it first, getting all the seams out before you head over to the iron. Cool, I'm going to do that and I'll show you guys in the next video how it looks on the mannequin. Alright everybody, so here we have our overgarment facing us. This is the front side and there we have the back side. Yeah, so our next order of business is to sew the side seams together. That's what we're going to do first. We're going to sew the side seams together, and that will also now close off the armhole smooth. Yeah, and that's what we're going to do. So we take our front panel and our back panel, and then we put the white fabrics together like that, and then we line up the armholes. So we open up the seams because it's an open seam here. We press it open with our fingers, we press the other seam open, and then we line them up, meaning we place the seams together like that. And once the seams are together, I will straighten out the olive colors together and of course the white fabric. But let me put a pin in there real quick. So the pin is going to assist me in keeping these seams together. Yeah. So now I'm lining up the fabrics, the lighter color of fabrics together and the darker color together. Yeah. So we're going to start sewing these 2 darker colors together and then the lighter color in one stitch. And then of course we will repeat the same step for the other side of the side seam, or the other side seam rather. Lower your needle into the fabric, making sure that these edges lines up. Let me zoom it in a little bit more. There we go. Straightening out the fabric. If the pin is in your way, you can just remove the pin. Lining up the fabric again. thread just snaps, but let's suppose the thread was still there. So I'm sewing all the way, till the end, and then we're back up there. Alright, and then when we close it, and now we're going to repeat the same step on the other side. Guys, so after we have completed those armholes and side seams, this is what we got. So everything nice and neat. There's a seam on the outside. This is my side seam, that's the armhole. And then on the inside as well, everything's closed together in one stitch here. So, and of course we have repeated what we've done here on the other side. Here's the other side. There we go. So now the last step for us is just to put the hemline together. This is now the bottom. We will just put the hemline together real quick. From one center front, we will sew, zoom in real quick. From one side, we will sew all the way to the other side, yeah? And that's what's going to happen in the next video. Cool. So what we want to do is take your overgarment like that, and then now, this is my center front here. Take my center front and turn it to the right side. This is the right side. Turn it to itself like that, so that you can see the raw side like that, yeah? Once you have it like that, we will pop all of these inside like that, and then we will line up these seams, like the side seam, because this is still the center front here. We move towards the side seam, and then we can put a pin in there, keep it together. So what I'm basically doing is, guys, I'm popping everything on the inside so that I can have the hemline together like that. So what we're going to do right now is we will sew from one center front all the way past the side seam, and then to the half of the back. So side seam, center back, but we will stop about till there, yeah, like 5 centimeters before the center back. So you can make a little line there so you know where the center back is. So you will sew one half of the hemline towards that line, and then the other half of the hemline towards that line as well. And then we have a little gap so we can pull everything out again. Remember, like we did with the center front, we took it from the shoulder line and we brought it out. It's more or less the same thing. All right.